Hello, guys. Uh, Hold on. This adulthood, like, I don't know, but they didn't really explain this well to me. Have someone ever asked you for money and you don't have it, or you actually have it and you're not willing to give it out at that time? The pressure that comes with it, please don't mention. Okay, my name is Patience Okorie, and I have this sorry. Okay, my name is Okorie Patience, and there is this thing that I have learned from life, or this thing I've been facing in this adulthood, early adulthood actually, that has been choking my neck. This thing called billing, urgent to care. So how do you guys handle when family, friends, your younger siblings, your relatives or whoever slides into your DM and say, "Abeg, I need urgent key"? How do you handle this pressure? How do you handle challenges like this? Because we all know that there are times that we actually have this money in our bank accounts and we have something we want to use it for. Let's say we are saving for something important to us, or like we just have this money and we have something else or some other pressing needs that we want it to use that money for, and then somebody says, "Please, oh, I need this money." Like, how do we handle this pressure? Because some people cannot actually say no. Some people don't know how to say no, and sometimes it feels like, this person is stingy. I've asked you for money and you can't give me this money. So how do we handle pressures like this? For me, I think there was a time when I was some years back, I had only like 7,000 naira in my account, and this friend of mine came and said that he's sick, blah 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 blah. And I think at the time I was doing my project, that he's sick and he needs to get medications and that he's going to give me the money. I think it was happening on a Sunday by Wednesday. So I told this friend of mine, "Oga, this is the only money I have. This is my home and abroad. Like, I don't have any money elsewhere." And he insisted, okay, he's going to give me back. It's just medications. Being a good girl that I am, I counted 5,000 naira out of my 7,000 naira and gave this young man, hoping that I'm going to get it back on Wednesday the following week. And guess what? Wednesday, I chatted the young man and said, "Bro, please do the needful," because at the time I was doing my project and everywhere, like, the ground was really very hard, everywhere was tight, there was no way to get that money from. I said, "Brother, please give me the money you said you will give me back." He didn't reply me. I called him, he was busy my calls. I texted, he wasn't replying me, and one of the occasions he just replied chai, like chai. Oh my god. And that was about that. He never apologized. He never even tried to explain the reason why he's not going to give me that money. That was how my money went. And I went through a very difficult time, trying to see how I can manage myself and get through that period. So how do we deal with these things as adults? How do we handle the pressure of having to give, being generous, trying to meet other people's needs, and at the same time being able to maintain and also meet our own needs? And I would just want to tell you one thing: don't feel guilty when you cannot give, because there is this feeling of you are feeling guilty, especially when you have that money, and let's say you have other plans for that money and somebody's asking for that money and you can't give it, or it will not be convenient for you to give it at that time. Don't feel guilty. There is no guilt in not giving. Okay, I'm not trying to encourage us to be stingy. I beg, let us give. It is better to be a giver than to be a receiver. But we are talking about real situations now where it is really very hard for you to give at the time. Don't feel guilty. Don't give out of guilt. I mean, there's no point giving somebody grudgingly, or giving somebody and knowing that this is not coming from your heart. I don't think there's a blessing with that. And this is not, I know that they are will I say sacrificial givings, but I'm talking about when you are giving because you don't know how to say no, or because of guilt. So when you cannot give somebody at a particular time, there's no guilt in that, my dear. If you learn how to say no, If you say no, there's no guilt in that. And another interesting point I would like to share with us is not giving is not a crime. It is not a sin. You can't be stoned for it. You can't go to jail for it. Provided you know that, okay, normally you are able to give when you can, you are able to help people when you can, your heart is pure, and just at the time the money was requested for you, you just cannot give at the time. It is not a crime. Learn to say no. N-O. N-O. Capital letter N-O. Learn to say no, because especially in this economy now, if you don't have, or if it's not convenient to give, number one, don't feel guilty. Number two, it is not a crime when you don't have to give. If people are hearing me now. Okay, so another interesting point I would like to raise is don't give to impress or out of pressure. Don't give to impress or out of pressure. This is actually a very, very valid point, because some people give out of pressure or the need to impress. You want to show that, okay, you can afford this, not necessarily because you feel compassionate or you feel you're able to relate with whatever challenges the other person have shared. You're just giving to impress. You're just giving out of pressure or because of the way the request came. And some of you go and carry your you go and carry the last money you have in your account and give somebody, and then you end up sliding into another person's DM to borrow. The circle continues. So if it is not convenient at the time, please do not succumb to pressure or the need to impress. You want to show your friends that you are, or because of your lifestyle, because some people, when they see you dressed well, put on a makeup, wear a nice pair of t-shirts and all, they think you've made it, and then you just want to maintain the status quo. Please avoid the pressure of giving to impress or giving because of pressure. Don't do it. Okay, pressure. Okay, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, another point is don't give what you cannot forgive or forgo. I think this is very personal to me. After some experiences I had with a few friends here and there, when I gave everything I had, without thinking or looking back. And some of these people, they have these things. They just want to take your own. They just want that your own. And some of them are already in a habit of sliding into people's DMs to ask for money. Personally, if I don't I don't know how to beg. If I don't have it, so I know that I'm not going to slide into somebody's DM, easily. Like if I slide into your DM, you know that thing, it hooked me for here. Like it really hooked me for neck. So, so don't give what you cannot forgive. I'll make an example. If you have 10,000 naira in your account, for example, and then somebody is in need of 5,000, or let's say 7,000 naira, and you know that, okay, this 7,000 is actually what you have. You have 10,000. So when you give 7, you have 3 left. And you know that if this person does not return this money, as at when the person said the person is going to return the money, that you are going to fall out with the person, or whatever program you have going on is going to be put on hold, or you cannot function. You cannot function without the person returning the money. Please don't give it. If somebody needs 7,000 and what you can afford to give at the time is 4,000 or 3,000, please give that 3,000. Let the person still look for the remaining ones. Give what you can forgive. Give what you can let go of, in case the person does not keep up with the promise of returning. Because in my village, as in ọnụ narị ego abụrụ ọnụ eji anati ya back. Ọnụ narị ego abụrụ ọnụ eji. Okay, I'm not getting that right. Anyway, what it means is, no be mouth where they carry beg money, na be the mouth where they carry return am. So if you cannot forgive that particular amount, please don't give it. There is something we call sacrificial giving. There's actually a place for sacrificial giving. So when I say don't give what you cannot forgive or forgo, um I'm also factoring in the fact that there is a place for sacrificial giving. Let's say a family member of yours was kidnapped and there is a ransom that needs to be paid. And you know it's a matter of life and death. And you know you can't even forgive yourself or live with yourself when you hold on to your money and this person loses his or her life for something so valuable. You know, there's a place where you know, there are challenges where you have to empty your coffins, you know, for your loved one, empty your purse, empty your bank account or whatever. But it is usually, let's say, a desperate situation. I don't know how to put it, but there is a place for sacrificial giving where a loved one is sick or is kidnapped or something like that. There's that place for sacrificial giving. But then there's also a place for not giving what you cannot forgive. Let's say it's just a challenge or somebody needs money. Just like I said, if somebody needs 7,000 and you have 10,000 and you know that if this 7,000 is not returned to you by Tuesday, like all hair is going to break loose, please do not give the 7,000. Give 3,000 if 3,000 is what you can forgive, or give 4,000 if you can forgive that 4,000, and if you can carry on your life without the person necessarily returning the money. So please, importantly, don't give what you cannot forgive. And okay, this is not to encourage us to be stingy or to hold on to our money so much. I mean, what's the need of making money when we cannot use it to help our loved ones or, you know, lend a helping hand? Even the Bible says that blessed is the hand that giveth than the one that receiveth. So please, let us all be encouraged to be givers. And as we give, let us give responsibly. Let us give with wisdom. Thank you. So, something just crossed my mind now. I need urgent, okay? I need money, please. Make I drop account soon. I give you money. I beg. There is love in sharing. All right. See you next time. Bye.